Hello everyone, welcome to the 2025 Nissan Armada Pro 4X, a new trim for the Armada and an all-new Armada as well. Definitely go take a full tour and review of the all-new Armada on our channel, but in this video we're going to go on a quick drive, see how it handles out on the road, and see what off-road capability functions we have, even though we can't really put them to the test where we are for now. Nice massive displays on this particular Armada. We have a low-range gearbox, we have 4 low, 4 high auto, rear locking differential, traction control, hill descent control, and many off-road and drive control functions right there. We have plenty of great cameras as well in this all-new Armada. We even have a massive front panoramic view that takes up both displays, which is really cool, and the rest of them are all really crystal clear and have great visibility all around you. We have parking sensors as well. I don't know, this is just a really fantastic vehicle to drive, and we just came out of the all-new Nissan Infiniti QX80, and this is essentially the same platform and engine and powertrain at the end of the day, but this feels lighter to drive. There's a little bit more of a natural driving composure to it, even with a similar air suspension system. And speaking of air suspension system, it is fantastic. It's incredibly quick to raise and lower. It also has a great ride quality, and one thing that it takes from the QX80, and honestly what I think it does better, is it's just overall drivability. The steering, it feels a little bit lighter, but it's still just as direct, if not a little bit more direct. I think it feels more car-like on the road. Great visibility all around us. We have really tall windows, this really great adjustable digital rear view mirror, but of course you can make that a regular mirror if you do choose to. And all the touch controls are really easy to access. We can control our touchscreen via this button on the infotainment on our steering wheel over here to control our infotainment screen. Lots of configurability up here. We also have physical buttons down here, which I really like. Versus that touchscreen system in the QX80, and versus its competitors, this is a really great new fresh vehicle from Nissan that I think they hit it out of the ballpark on this particular one. Even turning around these corners, it doesn't feel wallowy or loping around. It's very well planted. They increase the stiffness, I think 50% or 25% on the different axes, and it's really you can feel that. And since this is essentially a QX80 kind of watered down in that sense, it retains a lot of that sound deadening and sound insulation. It's so quiet in here. Thick glass, well padded door cards, and everything in here is really quiet. There's no road noise, no wind buffeting. It just feels like a really well-made premium product, and I'm happy that Nissan's putting out this stuff right now, because this I think is going to be a huge hit worldwide. Coming to a stop here, we do have auto brake hold, which is a nice touch, and you can turn off your auto stop start, of course, if you're not a fan of that. And you can also set pinpoints to your cameras over here if you want them to pinpoint and come up in that particular area. If you need to, get over a curb or something, or if you're a driveway, you can have it geolocate that, which is pretty cool. Twin turbo V6 acceleration is really impressive, I would say. It's a nice throaty sound, and I'm honestly happy that Nissan did not pump in any fake engine noise in this Armada. I did kind of hear that a little bit in the QX80 from Infiniti. This is a little bit more natural sound. Is it as grunty and loud as the old V8 was? No, it was not. But I think that's perfectly fine. This feels like a much more refined, dare I say, luxurious product than the old Armada, and honestly it's pretty much close to on par of that experience you're going to get in that new QX80. It's that good of an experience here. And between this adaptive eAir suspension, we have a really great full-time 4-wheel drive system on here. It honestly feels really great in all driving conditions, and heck, we even have a sport mode. You're never really going to use that in this vehicle, but let's just see what it can do itself. Like I said, going around corners, it just feels planted. You have obviously a little bit of body roll. This is a big body on frame, tall SUV, but it handles itself really well. And it's so well at soaking up these bumps, even with this air suspension. There's a little bit of that body on frame jitter over some really big bumps, but it's damped out so well. We're just so planted in this car, and power is super strong. Lots of torque. This is a really torquey engine with over 500 pound-feet of torque. The twin turbos help that get on really quick, which I quite like a lot. You do have paddle shifters as well for the 9-speed, which is a really great transmission. It shifts pretty quick as well, which is quite nice. But you're never really going to be using the paddle shifters in this big Armada. I guess maybe in some off-road scenarios where you want some more manual control, but it is nice to know it shifts very quickly. Again, get up to speed is no problem in this all-new Armada. Let's pop it back into efficient mode here, because big SUV, twin turbocharged forced induction V6. You're not going to be getting the most incredible fuel economy, I'd say, but for the size of this thing, it's not too bad. I would say 18 to 20 mpg you'll see on the highway. I'm driving more efficiently. You can actually see a little bit higher. We got up to like 23 mpg this week over our testing. But I'm really impressed with this new Armada, specifically on the on-road section, because, you know, this is the new Pro 4X model with the knobbier tires. We have more body cladding. You would think it would be loud and uncomfortable and just not fun to drive on a day-to-day basis. Boy, that is not the case whatsoever. This thing is so smooth. Again, we're out here on the highway now. It's really, really quiet. I can hear myself thinking here. It's pretty quiet, and you can see I don't have to speak too loudly either. I really like that. Now on the highway, we have a self-leveling air suspension, so it's gonna find its proper height for both efficiency, and of course you can tow up to 8,500 pounds with this. So we have that trailer brake controller over here as well. It's just really comfortable out here, and we do have some fun driver assistance features. Now if you go for the Armada Platinum Reserve, which is the top trim one, you're going to be able to get that Pro Pilot Assist 2.1. So what that's giving you is a full kind of hands-free style driving system. This one is pretty much almost right there. You just don't have a hands-free functionality, as there's no camera watching your face, but as you can see, it has full steering and lane keep assist. We have lane tracing assist as well, around corners as well. I don't believe we have automatic. No, we don't. We don't have automatic lane change, which again, totally fine feature. We don't really need to have that, but this is a great highway cruising vehicle. It's so comfortable, so quiet in here, and I really, really enjoy the ride quality. It's very well sorted out. I think Nissan did a great job on that front here. And in terms of usability on this interior, I love, like I mentioned before, all the hard buttons, lots of easy access to our storage stuff in here. And if you do need to change something in your infotainment system up here, of course, we're in our drive system, so you have a little bit more maneuverability while you're driving. You can double press this button here and kind of scroll through like Apple CarPlay to change music, or obviously change your navigations or something. But we also have great voice control in here with the Google built-in system. So let's see if we can put that to the test real quick. Hey Google, turn off the driver heated seat.
All right, turning off the seat heater for the driver.
There we go. That is a helpful feature. And like I said, some other Nissan products that did not work in the Infiniti QX80, though that was a prototype, and I guess they have fixed that. So the Google system does work quite well throughout this interior if you do need to make some changes on the fly. But otherwise, you know, pretty good driving dynamics out here on the highway. But of course, this Pro 4X model is really at its home on some more off-road style pavements, since you're getting that additional larger tire, a little more of those off-road modes, that locking rear differential as well. So you have all of that capability here. And with this technology upgrade, we're getting these great big screens, especially compared to the older Armadas. This is just a night and day upgrade. And I like now that even Waze, for example, will show up in your digital cluster up here. This is a new Apple CarPlay update for everyone and all the vehicles that can display those maps up here, which is pretty cool. So you can have Google Maps, Waze, or Apple Maps in your digital cluster up here. So that is a really fun little feature there, and everything in here is super quick to use, even while on the road and you can make a quick change or something. Power on the highway, even in eco mode, is really strong. Eco mode does kind of reduce your throttle inputs just a little bit to make you feel a little bit more in control. Brake feel is also quite good on the all-new Armada. Really nice, decently weighted pedal, I would have to say. Even coming to a stop, going over these bumps on this exit ramp here, it feels quite nice. So I have to say, guys, this has been an impressive week with the all-new Armada. I've really liked everything about it. I honestly cannot think of too many complaints, which is a really good thing when reviewing an all-new vehicle. It just drives really, really well. It can haul so much stuff. You can fit like 6 people in the back of it, and if you don't need to, you can put down that third row and haul around a whole bunch of other cargo in here. Great visibility, really great powertrain, super smooth, great transmission. I don't know, guys, Nissan has a hit on their hands in my own opinion, and this is our all-new Armada. Definitely knocks it out of the ballpark. So great job, Nissan. If you guys are looking for an all-new full-size SUV, you may be looking at a Tahoe, a new Expedition, even a Wagoneer. You need to look at the new Armada. This is just a really, really great vehicle. I think it's going to be reliable, honestly, long-term. I don't really see any things that could go wrong in here. It feels really solid, really well built. And yeah, this is our week with all new Armada. Thank you guys for watching yet another video over here on Allcarnews. And as always, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow our channel. Cheers.